Well guys, the time has come. I've officially updated my website. As you can see, it looks a lot more simple, and I've also added some new shirts. As you can see, they're epic. They're also on sale. The Liberal Tears mugs and everything, the original is still on there, and I actually have something very special to show you guys. I have one in real life. So here it is. This is what it looks like. As you can see, it's printed extremely high quality, and what I didn't know is that I actually have it on both sides. So if you're right-handed or left-handed, you'll be able to see a Liberal Tears mug from either side. And don't forget, you can also order it without the smiley face if you don't like that. But it's actually the most popular one. It was pretty funny. So here you go. Here it is. Check out the new website. You can read the description if you want. Check it out. Thank you guys. Let's get into the video. See you later.
Tonight, we know the President of the United States has no facts. No facts to back up his startling allegation that the former President of the United States, President Obama, wiretapped him at Trump Tower during the campaign. Keeping him honest, we know this tonight because bipartisan members of the Senate Intelligence Committee say they've seen no evidence that President Obama ordered Donald Trump's phones tapped during the campaign. We know this because House Speaker Paul Ryan also says he's seen no evidence. Now remember, the president asked Congress to investigate, and the House and Senate Intelligence Committees have been doing just that for the last dozen days. We know the president has no facts to back up his early morning Saturday tweet storm because in today's White House briefing, Press Secretary Sean Spicer read a long list of media reports that he seemed to believe back up the president's claims. Widely mentioned New York Times reporter of the night, Matthew Rosenberg. Matthew, this reminds me of the scene in Annie Hall where two people are talking about Marshall McLuhan's work, and Woody Allen gets annoyed and says, you know what, I just happen to have Marshall McLuhan right here. So we're very glad we happen to have the reporter who wrote the story that is being quoted now by Sean Spicer. I want to get your reaction to what we just heard. What do you make of the White House citing your article as part of the evidence?
I mean, it's getting bizarre at this point because we've said it very clearly, and I said on your show, that that's not what the story said. Anybody can read the story and see that's not what it said. And so there's this bizarre circular thing happening where the president cites a theory that he was wiretapped, which developed on the kind of fringe right-wing media. And then after his tweet storm, InfoWars then started saying, well, look, it was the New York Times that reported it, citing our story, misreading our story. And now, a few weeks later, the White House and the president are citing InfoWars. So they've got one kind of bizarre right-wing fringe theory to defend another bizarre right-wing fringe theory, both of which there's no evidence to support.
And just to be clear here, there is, and correct me if I'm wrong, there's absolutely nothing whatsoever in your reporting in the New York Times that indicates President Obama wiretapped or ordered wiretapping of then candidate Trump.
Here's Anderson Cooper and writer Matthew Rosenberg leaving out pertinent info and relying on you not reading the actual article in order to further their agenda. Even though it should be so obvious if you just read the article, they realize that so few people actually go ahead and read it that they went ahead and changed the title of the article so that it no longer matches what Donald Trump said. They neglect to mention the fact that right at the beginning of the article, they talk about a Trump campaign chairman having his communications swept up in the search. This article, which relies on words like possible, associates, and senior officials, screams of bad writing. As a writer, I can tell you that these are words you use when asserting a point without proper evidence. There's supposed to be that voice inside your head that says, do I have facts here, or am I just pushing a bullshit narrative? For example, I could publish a story that says, YouTuber Andrew Says is exploring possibilities about joining the office of the Prime Minister of Canada, associates, and officials claim, which could mean I'm joining the office of the PM, but of course it actually means nothing at all.
All you need to do is... Feels like I'm wearing nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Stupid sexy Flanders.
What if another publication picks it up? Let's say somebody like Washington Post? They could write a title that says, YouTuber Andrew Says could be working with the Prime Minister, report states, which of course also means nothing. They don't care about illegal leaks for Mike Flynn, but they do care about them for Podesta and Hillary Clinton emails. They don't care about meaningless and leading assertions, but they can't stand Trump speaking in a general sense about the Obama administration. It wasn't Obama, you can't say that. It was just a bunch of the agencies working under him. They neglect to mention the fact that Mike Flynn being ID'd or unmasked from the communications is illegal, as he was a private citizen at the time. But we all know they jumped to illegal leaks and Russian hacks regarding the Podesta emails. They don't mention that these agencies knew about this, but somehow President Obama did not. Of course there isn't hard evidence saying that Obama ordered a wiretapping. That would be foolish, and Obama is not that stupid. But Representative Devin Nunes did come out last week, and he had this to say. I'll let Ben Shapiro explain it because he's smarter and more popular than I am.
Here's what Devin Nunes said yesterday. We're going to go through this in detail because I think it is important to debunk things that are not true. I still care about things like truth, even if they don't benefit my side, quote unquote. Okay, here is Devin Nunes. He starts off by saying, this is his big announcement that was supposedly earth-shattering yesterday. He is the ranking Republican on the House Intelligence Committee, and he had just gone to the White House and met with Trump on this.
I was concerned that other surveillance activities were used against President Trump and his associates. So first, I recently confirmed that on numerous occasions, the intelligence community incidentally collected information about U.S. citizens involved in the Trump transition. Details about U.S. persons associated with the incoming administration, details with little or no apparent foreign intelligence value, were widely disseminated in intelligence community reporting. Third, I have confirmed that additional names of Trump transition team members were unmasked. And fourth and finally, I want to be clear, none of this surveillance was related to Russia or the investigation of Russian activities or of the Trump team.
Okay, so here's the important part. So we'll get to the wiretapping part, the leaks part in a second, because Nunes is right on the leaks. That is the most important part of what is happening in all of this. I agree with that, because again, there is no hard information that one, Obama directed wiretapping at Trump, or two, that Trump is in the pocket of the Russians. But what we do know with 100% certitude is that Obama intelligence officials were leaking information to the press. That is a crime, okay? And those people need to be tracked down and prosecuted, because regardless of how they got the information on Mike Flynn being on the phone with Sergei Kislyak or whatever his name is, they were not supposed to release that. That is illegal. So the last part of what he's saying is not the controversial part. It's the first part. What did he say? Here is what he exactly said again. The intelligence community incidentally collected information about U.S. citizens involved in the Trump transition. Incidentally. Okay, so for all the people claiming that this vindicates Trump, no, incidentally means the drug deal I was talking about before. Incidentally means that they were listening to the Russians and some Trump people were on the other end of the line. That is not the same thing as what Trump claimed, and to pretend that it is to be dishonest. Okay, and then it is clarified. Okay, a reporter says, were these communications picked up at Trump Tower?
Was any of these communications picked up at Trump Tower?
We don't know that yet. That's why we need to get the information.
Okay, and then he is asked specifically, was Trump targeted, or was this just incidental collection of information? Was he just on the other line?
Was the president also part of that incidental collection, his communications?
Yes.
They were?
Yes.
So wait, excuse me, let me just clarify. The President of the United States' personal communications were intercepted as an incidental.
I think we have to, I think what we have to, when we talk about intelligence products here, we got to be very careful. From what I know right now, it looks like incidental collection.
Stop it there.
We don't know.
Incidental collection. Okay, clip 4. Are you concerned that the surveillance was done illegally? Was there anything illegal here? Here's Nunes.
Are you concerned that any of the surveillance was done illegally, or it was incidental but a legal?
That's a great. Yeah, that's a really good question. So, I believe it was all done legally.
Stop it there. Again, that's not what Trump is claiming. Trump is claiming that he was illegally surveilled. That's what he says. Okay, so again, is this great stuff? No, but are you claiming the intelligence community is doing things that they're not doing? If Trump is doing that, that's bad. It's just mind-boggling to me that people are willing to overlook basic truth because they want a political agenda to win here. Okay, I hate this. Trump could have easily made the case that the leaks that are coming out of the Obama apparatus are the problem. That was the case that Mark Levin made. Okay, Mark Levin was right. Okay, the case that Trump has made is not that, because Trump reads the headline, assumes what he wants to assume, and then determines that it's true based on his gut that day.
So am I.
but the Native Americans
My
like to
question
watch
is, this is why, hold on.
Why do you carry a gun?
Because I'm a fucking American.
Yeah,
I have that right.
Don't touch him, man.
I have the right.
You touch him, you're down.
This is my
You
Second
touch him, you're
Amendment
down.
right.
You're
This is
white,
my
I'm
Second
white.
Amendment right.
Okay, yeah.
Are you an American?
Fucking do that again.
It's all right. He asked me, why am I carrying a gun? Because I'm an American
Stay
citizen.
away from him.
Are you an American citizen? Are you an American citizen?
Yeah.
Why are you not carrying a gun?
Because he doesn't want to carry a gun and add to the assholes. He doesn't want to add to the assholes like you.
It has nothing to do with. Oh my God! I'm an asshole.
Yeah, right.
Because I'm defending my
We're an
Second
American,
Amendment right.
ma'am. What do you have a Mexican flag for?
Man,
Absolutely.
Mexican.
That's
Yeah,
right.
right. Nice tattoo below the eye. You just get out
I'm
there.
Mexican and American flag.
Nice tattoo there, buddy. You need a teardrop
Why
tattoo
do you
maybe
think
next
Trump
month.
is a racist?
Trump is he doesn't
Why?
like women, he doesn't like blacks, he doesn't like Hispanics, and he doesn't like Muslims.
He's
He
hired
doesn't
more
like-
Hispanic
he likes
workers in this
himself.
country than
That's all he likes is himself.
Do the damn job, asshole!
Why do you have to?
I'm
Why are we
white.
calling names?
I'm white.
Why are we calling names?
So, white people don't like Trump just as much
White
as
people.
assholes.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Why don't you go get a job?
I have a job. I'm
Do you?
retired.
What?
I work
You at the food stamp bureau?
What? Don't even think Don't even
Infowars.com or outside of the Donald Trump rally here in Phoenix,
Not gonna happen. You're not gonna
You
happen.
don't like American lead.
Trump, fascist pig. Trump, fascist pig. Trump, fascist pig. Fascist pig.
Hello everyone! Hey, I'm just stopping by to remind you that liberals are insane! Social justice warriors are becoming more violent and triggered than ever before. Anyways, be sure to subscribe to KGP TV on YouTube and have a blessed day. Yeah, man!
No facts to back up his startling allegation that the former president of the United States, President Obama, wiretapped him at Trump Tower during the campaign.
I have one in real life. So here it is. This is what it looks like. As you can see, it's printed extremely high quality. And what I didn't know is that I actually have it on both sides. So if you're right-handed or left-handed, you'll be able to see a liberal tears mug from either side.
Keeping them honest, we know this tonight because bipartisan members of the Senate Intelligence Committee say they've seen no evidence that President Obama ordered Donald Trump's phones tapped during the campaign. We know this because House Speaker Paul Ryan also says he's seen no evidence. Now remember, the president...
And don't forget, you can also order it without the smiley face if you don't like that. But it's actually the most popular one. It was pretty funny. So here you go. Here it is. Check out the new website. You can read the description if you want. Check it out. Thank you guys. Let's get into the video. See you later.
Tonight, we know the President of the United States has no facts.
Well guys, the time has come. I've officially updated my website. As you can see, it looks a lot more simple, and I've also added some new shirts. As you can see, they're epic. They're also on sale. The liberal tears mugs and everything, the original is still on there, and I actually have something very special to show you guys.